Hey guys, Kevin the Comic Doctor coming to you with another edition of One on One. I'm a comic book presser located in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. And I wanted to do a quick video today because I've been hearing the rumors and it actually has happened. I contacted CGC to see exactly what the heck is going on. And they gave me a bit of a lowdown. But essentially, guys, books that I sent into CGC just last week, books that were received just last week, have been actually done. They're done. They're on their way back. And I don't understand why or how so quickly. I'm going to try to bring on here for you. There we go. A image. Give me 1 second. Where is it? I prepped this for you. And of course, now I can't find it. Hold on. There it is right there. Check this out. These are some of my submissions that I actually have there right now. And check this out. Look right here. This modern submission right here, for example, was received at CGC on October 29th. Look at that. October 29th. They were shipped out on the 2nd of November. They're en route back right now. Also, another modern submission. Look at that right here. Received in the same day. They're heading back right now. They should be here on Monday, according to the FedEx tracking. A couple of pre-screen orders, 50 books, 50 pre-screens are now done as well, on their way back. So, what in the heck is going on? I contacted CGC just before I went live here and said, hey guys, what's happening? And so what they told me, and this is coming right from the horse's mouth, my friends, is that they are experimenting with a new technique for grading books, modern books in particular, to get them through receiving, processed, pre-screened or whatever, graded and shipped back quickly. Now, what stinks about this is she said congratulations, a few of your orders were selected. But I said, what about my other orders from Modern that have been sitting there for 3 months? She goes, well, unfortunately, those are still going as per their turnaround time in their queue. But so unfortunately, that it is what it is. But they are trying new things to get at least the modern books processed quicker. So if you've been hearing that modern books are getting done like within a couple of days of being received at CGC in Sarasota, it is true. And like they said, she called it a beta experiment. So we're going to beta test they're doing to get things done quicker. So, I don't know. Have any of you guys experienced that as of yet? Have you received any of your modern books back a lot quicker than expected? I'm kind of ticked off, though, because a couple of the books that were expedited were books that I paid extra to have done quickly, right? I paid for fast track service, but I didn't have to pay for fast track service because they did them quick anyways. And that's what she kind of said. It's like a spruced up fast track service, which, all right, I guess I'll take it. I guess I will take it. Oh, hey, Mike, how's it going? Let me call up the, where is it? There it is. Rumor has they are doing a test system where it's a lot quicker for modern. Yeah, it's exactly what she told me as well, too, right from the horse's mouth. Wow, hopefully the grading is up to par. I hope so. I'm quite happy with, I mentioned earlier that I sent some books in for a client who wanted the books done really fast. And so I suggested, I said, listen, if you want them cleaned and pressed, it's going to take a long time. He wanted them just sent in for pre-screen. So we rolled the dice. We pre-screened them at a 9.6 and 50 books are done. Out of the 50 books, I believe 27 received a 9.6 or higher. The rest were rejected. And that's not bad for books that weren't even looked at. I didn't even take them out of the sleeve. I had a quick look, threw them in the box, and off they went. Ones that looked really, obvious that they were not going to receive at least a 9.6, I pulled myself. But books that, I thought, what the heck, I'm not sure. They looked not too bad through the, through the plastic. I threw them in. Not a bad experiment. He's getting those 50 books back really quick. Although there's another 75 books that are sitting there. So they didn't do all the my modern books. They only did a portion of them. Hey Wayne, how's it going? Economy still no change with the wait time? No, there is no change with economy. She told me that it was especially for modern books. They're doing it for the modern. And I would assume that's happening because I'm guessing the most. Oh, what am I doing here? The more books I think the most books they received are probably modern books, right? And that's why they're doing that. Now, again, she wouldn't go into details. She didn't tell me like exactly, the process or what have you. All she said was it was a beta test. They're trying out a new technique to try to get the books through quicker. Books that were received a long time ago are being ignored. They're just going through the regular process. It's only for books that have been received over the last few weeks. They take a sampling of them and they ship them through quicker. They kind of get through the process a lot quicker. So, that's pretty cool. Wayne, so basically, modern books are, some not all orders, mind you, but modern books that I sent last week are already on their way back. And then I called CGC to find out exactly what was going on, and she explained they're doing, trying different techniques and methods to try to expedite certain services, and right now they're focusing on modern. Now, somebody there mentioned the economy service. It was, I think it was the fiendish Dr. Wu. I would assume that that'll be next, right? They will play around with the moderns, and then hopefully it'll expand on to the economies, right? Let's hope so anyways. Richard asks, I did that once. Not all books need a press. Sent 25 moderns, no press for pre-screen 9.8, and 21 out of 25 came back. You know what? When we're talking about the pre-screening here, there is nothing wrong with doing that. In fact, excuse me, it might be actually a good idea. If you have books that are nice and you think they have potential to reach a 9.8, you're gambling $8 US to see, and times 25, you need 25 books to see if any will come back 9.8 as is. And you never know. Like Richard just said, he tried it out and it worked. It worked in his benefit. He got 25, one out of 25 books came back 9.8 without a press. So what the heck, If you've got nice books, why not? Wow. So if you submitted recently, yours will be done before those who sent in a while ago. Yeah, I know, eh? It sucks because I do have a lot of books that are sitting there, some of which are modern and economy, have been sitting there for quite some time. And she said that unfortunately, those are just going through the regular, turnaround time. It's only books. I've started hearing about this modern thing, this modern beta test happening about 2.5, 3 weeks ago. And I was just shocked. I went online today and I saw I have 3 boxes coming back for Monday. And it's not all modern books, it's other books as well. But I have books coming back on Monday, which is pretty cool. So we'll have a big, a couple of days of CGC unboxings next week with a lot of books that just were sent recently. Crazy. Hey, Sean, how's it going? Good that you made it. By test system, I really hope that's not code for automated. No, it's not automated. I asked that question, actually. I said, well, is it automated? Because, I've been hearing rumblings about that too, actually. A lot of rumors, floating around about, they're using a new computer system. I'm like, really? I don't know. No, apparently not. That's what she told me anyway, unless she wasn't being truthful. And by the way, I spoke to the most lovely lady at CGC. I don't think I've ever talked to somebody at CGC who was quite as lovely and polite and nice as Ashley. So Ashley, if you're out there, hi. And thanks for being so nice and polite and delightful to talk to, because oftentimes, I talk to guys, customer service, right? It's key. Customer service is key, especially in a business like this, where you have people's books, valuable books. It's not like they're talking, we're not talking about, rinky-dink nothing. We're talking about oftentimes very valuable collectibles. And so, it's nice to have someone be friendly when you speak to them. Oftentimes when you call, I found in the past, even though they would answer my questions, sometimes I felt like I was bothering them. And that's not That's not good, right? Your customers shouldn't be afraid to call you if they've got questions. And well, today I'm not sure if they're changing that as well, because maybe they got complaints about that. Because let's be honest. I'm sure they are oftentimes getting, more often than not, they're probably getting calls of complaints. Oh, I can't believe the book was cracked, and I can't believe there's a hair in my slab, and I can't believe I got that grade. It was a 9.8, and why is it only a 6.5? And they're probably getting all sorts of complaints, right? And so I think if you're a customer service rep and all you're doing all day is putting out fires, by the end of the day, you're pretty burned out. So times that by, 6 months of working there, I can imagine it's hard to keep that chipper attitude. And I also noticed something changed with CGC. In the old days with CGC, once the books were graded, even if they were not shipped right away, because like I told you guys in the past, they don't ship books to me until I have 25 in a box, although they screwed up this week. I'll talk about that tomorrow. They would post the grades, but they don't post the grades now at their website until the books leave the facility. Once the books leave the facility, then they post the grades. They don't want you to say, oh, pull that book out and read. They don't want any of that. So they've changed things a little bit over there. Oh, wow. A lot of comments now. Wayne, last in, first out. Yeah, I know. Not fair. Richard, question. What is your thoughts on older books grade results, Silver Age, spot on, or your grades, or are you seeing them off a little because of the new graders at CGC currently? Well, Richard, I have seen some perplexing grades. I won't lie about it. There are some books that have come back and I'm like, wow, that is way overgraded. And other times I'm like, that's way undergraded. It's going to happen, right? I haven't seen like major discrepancies where a book is like 3 or 4 grades off. Usually I'll tell people when I grade someone's book, or I say, expect a grade of, 6 to 7.5. I give that range because, first of all, I don't work at CGC. I don't know all the ins and outs over there. So I'm just basing it on what I've seen come back. So, my mind has already kind of created tabulated what books are going to get as I send them. So, but have I seen any discrepancies? Yeah, there's some things I don't agree with. But then again, I think more often than not, they're pretty close. You know what I mean? There's always gonna be that learning curve. You can't deny that. That's for sure. Marco, however, if they're testing a new system, maybe they'll start using the whole grading scale and not just up to 9.8. Yeah, people have been complaining about that as well too. Sean Kershaw, 7721 received for my last 25 pre-screen, has been grading encapsulation imaging for 2 months now. Exactly, Sean. And those were moderns, I believe, right, Sean? Well, I sent 135 pre-screens. They received them on Friday. They're already on their way, but well, not all of them. 50 of the 135 are on their way back right now. So there you go. Amar Khan, I learn a ton from your live streams. Well, Amar, I'm glad you do. Thanks for popping by and thanks for the nice compliment. I'm glad that's what I'm here for. I'm here to have discourse with you guys and talk about the hobby, and especially my little area of the spectrum where, pressing, cleaning, grading, that sort of thing. I'm happy to help where I can. Minutium Comics. I think I said, no, Minuteman. Sorry, Minutium. I hope, can you guys actually see the chat on your screen clearly? Because I can't read it. I'm reading a different screen and it's very small still, but better than the actual chat that's on that you guys can see. Actually, let me know if you can see the chat okay. I put it up there. I'm hoping it's clear that you can read each other's comments. Anyways, Minuteman Comics. Yep, I've been telling everyone on various social media they have been experimenting with a streamlined service since the August timeframe. That's right, Minuteman. You're 100% right. I've also heard about it, but none of my books have been selected until just last week. Amar, do you insure super expensive books, insured or non-insured? Do you insure super expensive books? Yes, when I'm working with high-end books, well, I'm insured, obviously. But when I send I guess average books to CGC, I keep the insurance is included with your orders with me when I send books to CGC. But if you have like an AF-15, or if you have a really high-end book, a giant size X-Men one in a very high grade, yeah, I am insured. You can purchase extra insurance. You don't have to, but I recommend you do. My insurance is very, I charge $7 per $1,000 value each way. So basically it's $14 per $1,000 round trip. That's for shipping. Now, when the books are at CGC, they insure it. And they insure it for what I tell them to insure it at. And I'm told that by you when you fill out your submission form. You tell me how much the book is worth, and that's what I tell CGC to insure it for. Now, on my website, you can opt out of shipping insurance, but I don't recommend you do that, especially on, like, again, on big books. I usually talk to people and we figure it all out. But yeah, yes, I have insurance. Amar, again, my phone screen is causing a lot of, no, don't worry about that. Minuteman, so far I have 100 plus back approximately, all very clean, no scuffs, good looking slabs in most cases. It seems like they're grading appropriately. Books are coming back once shipped inside 4 weeks. That's fantastic, and I hope they can keep that up. Listen, guys, like I said over and over and over again, it is not an easy business. It's like an expanding business, and with every business that expands, you're going to have hiccups, you're going to have problems, you're going to have bumps. And I know it sucks for the consumer during that time period, but hopefully when all the dust settles, we're looking at a much more streamlined, efficient CGC that will get our books back to us quicker. Now, if only I can get a little more streamlined and get your books done quicker. But with that being said, if they're working at a quicker turnaround time, all of a sudden your time with me doesn't take it's quicker as well. You know what I mean? Like, it might take me a little more time to get your books done, but once they get there, as long as their turnaround time is a little more speedy, it won't seem so lengthy, right? Gem 1, do you send in books for Prius? I can do that for you, Gem. Yeah, you need 25 though, 25 books. Phoenix Dr. Wu, I just realized my books are part of Modern Teir with you in an October submission. Wonder if they're in that batch coming back. Oh, they might be. They might be. We'll find out next week, won't we? Sean, yes, Modern. So yeah, Sean, it sucked. You just missed it. You just missed it, honestly. Minuteman, of course, this does not include things such as CC. No, CCS is still a very long time. I don't feel bad because CCS is even longer than me. So the fact that they're taking forever and they don't, well, I've been hearing things. I've been hearing things about CCS, about the quality of the work. So the fact that they're taking longer than me and I'm putting out I guess a lesser product, or a lesser service, then I feel pretty good, Hugh, oh, how you doing, Hugh? Man, I didn't call you back. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm taking my dogs for a walk as soon as I get off this stream, and maybe I'll give you a shout when I'm walking. Minuteman Comics, last in, first out is the perfect description. Like everyone, stuff I have sitting there since April, May, and June are still scheduled for grading. Yes, me too. I still have some economies going back a little bit before that. Eric Williams, hey man, I want to send you books simply because you are the doc and you rock. Oh, doc and rock. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Thank you. Well, I look forward to working with you when you finally get around to organizing that. Frank Lamute, any thoughts on providing clinic for cleaning, pressing? I'm sure you would have a few apprentices willing to pay for your time and knowledge. Very impressed with your experience and candor. Well, Frank, I just don't have the time. As you know, tomorrow, by the way, I'll plug this right now and then I'll give you a bit more information. Tomorrow, if you guys are so inclined, I think at around 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, I'll go back to my big screen. Hold on one sec. There. I'll be giving out this copy of Eternals #1 tomorrow, but not here. It'll be over at Robert Meyer Burnett's website, the Burnett Work. He has a show called ROBSERVATIONS. He talks about movies and toys and comic books and all that kind of good stuff. And we thought it'd be kind of fun if to kind of celebrate Eternals week that we give out a copy of this. So tomorrow on his website, I will be doing a kind of a brief, he's going to interview me a little bit, I guess, and I'm going to give out that copy of Eternals #1. We're going to ask a skill testing question, and his moderators will select the person who answers that question first. But the reason I brought that up at that precise moment is you're asking about doing lessons and what have you. Funny enough, I was talking to Robert. Robert has like 50,000 subscribers, and and he's monetized his page, and he's always thinking about ways to create passive income with YouTube. So he said, "Oh, you should start giving lessons online and, charging maybe a little subscription fee or something like that to do online lessons." That is something I might do. To actually give lessons in person, I just don't have the time. As much as I'd like to, Frank, but perhaps doing, like I said, I don't know how I would structure that, whether I do some kind of sign up where I might have six people sign up and you can just bombard me with questions I can answer. I could do samples. I can maybe have multiple cameras and show you stuff, perhaps something like that down the road, but that's down the road. Because I just have way too much to do right now. I've got way too many comics right now to do. Let's go back to the questions again, and I'll turn my chair so my face isn't off the screen. And the question is, Squid Game. Marble, I've done selected express service, not really because of impatience, but I don't like for my books to just be sitting there or picked up defects along the way to grading. Yeah, I feel the same way. I don't like my books being... I hate sending the books off. That's the worst part. I packed them like for example, I just sent about 100 books on Monday. They arrive at Sarasota tomorrow. And I had about around the entire perimeter, the edge of the box. I mean, the comics were in the middle of the box. And then I had about 3 inches of padding around each side, because I just don't. I don't want it getting punctured or dropped or whatever. If it got dropped, it should be fine. Actually, the way I pack it should be fine. But still, man, and it's not even just FedEx. It arrives at CGC. Then they grab the box, they unpack the box, and anything can happen during the time the box leaves me to the time it gets to Sarasota, right? So, yeah, I get what you're saying. I want the books back as quickly as possible, too, to be honest with you. Although I think once they're in storage there, they're pretty safe. I think the only time any damage can really happen is when they're being handled by human beings, right? Amelia Jade Hugh, don't stress. You have comics to I know. Do you? How's your pressing coming? Guys, Amelia Jade's become a pretty darn good presser himself. Sean Kershaw, figures the delays and the price increase that happened in May go hand in hand. I got that pre-screening before they jacked the $5 to $8 per unqualified book. Yeah, good point. Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. That's the way it goes, right? If the hobby's exploding and their services are going to go up like crazy, why don't you increase your prices? To be honest, I increased my prices about a year ago as well. I did it not to, I guess, gouge or to make more money necessarily, but to slow things down. I thought by increasing my prices, I could just kind of, people would be more selective of the books they submitted. And I even put a little note in my website that my prices reflect books that start at around $500 in value, but it makes no difference. People still send me books that cost $15, and the pressing costs more than the book's even worth. I don't know what to tell you. I tried. So anyways, Marco, I'd be interested in seeing how some of the more complicated cleaning pressing is done, especially how square-bound books have to be handled. Yeah, again, that's something I can do at some point. I have no problem doing that. I would really just love to get, guys, by trade, I'm a teacher, right? So I like to teach, and give hints and how to do things, right? But like a master's class, that'd be kind of cool to do. Yeah, I would like to do something like that. Especially, it's like, look, I'm not going to be doing this for 20 years. I can tell you, I turned 50 last weekend, guys. So I see me doing this for maybe 5 more years, if God willing. You know what I mean? 4 to 5 years, and then I'm probably gonna, who knows, ride off into the sunset, go somewhere warm all year round. I don't know. We'll see. Richard, same, okay. Richard Guzman also says, mix of reviews already coming in for Eternals. Worst rating in MCU history, I'm hearing. Yeah, I'm seeing that too. 53% currently on Rotten Tomatoes, which really sucks. Now, both the guys I watch a lot, Robert Meyer Burnett and John Campea, both like the film. But the movie is getting mixed reviews. But I really want to see what the audience reaction is. I have a feeling I have a feeling deep inside that a lot of reviewers hold a lot of angst towards Disney. You know, they've had a pretty damn good stellar run over the last several years. Each movie the last many years has, been, well, excluding the last couple because of the pandemic. But before the pandemic, they're $1 billion movie, $1 billion movie, $1 billion movie, right? So, I want to see what the audience score is. I think a lot of reviewers are extra harsh with Marvel DC films, personally. But let's see what happens. I'm going to see it on Sunday. I want to see it. I can't go tonight. I've got plans tomorrow. It doesn't work as well. And Saturday, it doesn't work either. It's like, oh my gosh, I had to wait till Sunday. I'm going to go crazy. So many spoilers are being leaked and I hate that. So I'm going to see it Sunday. I'm very excited to see it. Squid Game. Last Ghostbusters movie was certified fresh by most critics. I wasn't big on the last one. Yeah. Fresh is good, right? Yeah, fresh is good. That last Ghostbusters movie, I thought blew. Fiendish Dr. Who. I got Cineplex VIP tickets for Eternal, so maybe some wine or cider will make it better. Or maybe it'd be just fantastic all on its own. I'm hearing a lot of people, even on websites, the average Joe, saying how much they're enjoying the film. I think it's going to be a very different film than what we're used to out of the MCU. They're kind of going in a new direction, which is fine. So I guess have an open mind and enjoy yourself, right? I'm still looking very forward to it. And Marco states there are also still a stigma in this critic community against Marvel movies. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. So I think that's a problem too. Richard, the new Ghostbuster movie looks suspect. Ouch. Yeah. I want to see it. We'll see. Eric Williams, pressing double covers. Can you help the interior with the front cover being in the way? Yeah, of course you can. Yeah. I actually did a double cover for, it was Kitty Pryde Wolverine #1. It was a triple cover with one cover upside down. And it was a Canadian variant for Angelo. Probably one of a kind. So it's a triple cover. One of the covers upside down, Canadian price variant. Kitty Pryde Wolverine #1. It came back 9.8 all the way through. Nice. So yeah, you can certainly work on those. You certainly can. Listen, guys, I am going to get out of here. I only want to do a really quick video again to give you an update about CGC's modern tier right now. Now, not every single order is going to go through that new expedited service. She told me that. It's like they kind of select them as they come in. It's not, going full hog as of yet. And it only has to deal with comics that were received over the last 2 months or so. Books that were received like back in April, May, or June, nope, they don't qualify. They're just waiting around for the turnaround time, okay? So remember that. Guys, remember tomorrow, I'll come on here probably in the morning tomorrow to do an unboxing. I got 15 books I want to share with you. So I'll do that tomorrow morning at some time. And then later in the day, like I said, I'll be giving out this copy of Eternals #1. Yoo-hoo-hoo. At the Burnett Work, Robert Meyer Burnett's channel. I think at 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. Go over to the Burnett Work and check him out. He'll usually post when the videos are going to be earlier in the day. All right, guys. Any more questions before I take off? Yeah, I know, Angelo. Angelo's got a great eye. Great eye for those Canadian price variants. All right, guys. That's it for me. Take care. Have a fantastic rest of this Thursday, and we'll hopefully see you tomorrow morning for another unboxing. All the best. Bye now.